I volunteer coach kids soccer. I go to the field. People are just littering plastic everywhere. The city has a problem. We can do better. This vote Mason Carrie for mayor, and you'll get a giant Gundam outside of City Hall. It'll pay for itself in the tourism dollars. I promise you that.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in downtown Toronto, and I bumped into one of the 102 candidates for the position of Mayor of Toronto, and that would be Mason Carrie. And Mason, I'm going over your campaign literature here. Lower taxes, safer streets, reduce TTC fares, improve recycling, fast-track housing, fight corruption. Gee, that's a hell of a mandate. How many decades do you plan to be in office, I guess is one question. But the thing that stands out, though, is that I'm wondering if you can connect the dots, because some things don't add up to me. You want lower taxes, but you want to reduce TTC fares. That would be more of a burden on a taxpayer, yet you're not getting taxes from that taxpayer. Or am I missing something here?
Well, I think there's a moral argument for lowering TTC fares, because you've had, what was it, 2018, 2019, when oil went negative. Oil was $27 a barrel. Drivers at the pump got that, but riders at the turnstiles didn't get that discount. So we have to ask, how is the TTC being managed, and where is that money going? Where is that surplus going? I'm not anti-car. I'm not anti-driver. I'm a conservative candidate.
Okay.
I'm running a libertarian message with a little bit of a backdrop on Japanese solutions.
Okay.
So,
and what would be a Japanese solution? That looks like Japanese cartoon act.
Gundam.
Okay.
One of the solutions is
he like a Godzilla villain or something? Or
no, he's a good guy. It's a giant Japanese robot hero in Tokyo and Odaiba, like their waterfront. They've got a giant Gundam. It's symbolic. It's a tourist attraction. Lots of people come to see it. Raises tons of money. I would like to get one in front of Toronto City Hall and replace that Toronto sign. I'm advocating for free market solutions to the city's problems and not reinventing the wheel at every turn. When you have a country in cities like Tokyo that move way more people on a daily basis, do it more efficiently, and do it for a lower cost. How are they able to? A regular Tokyo transit fare is like $2.50. How are they able to do it so much more efficiently than we are doing it?
don't they have people there that literally push people into the subway cars? I don't want that. I want to stay in my car.
Have you been on the Young Line lately? Other citizens volunteer to push you in.
No. That's right. And sometimes
you don't get the white glove service that you get in Japan.
Yeah.
You get pushed in by a fellow Torontonian who wants to go home. They're hot and sweaty, and you're getting into that train.
Boy, you're making a more and more of a great argument for my good old internal combustion automobile. But that's neither here nor there, Mason. When you speak to Torontonians, I know you're probably door knocking, you're handing out your literature. What are their most notable concerns? What do they think the biggest problems are in this city now?
People are, especially the pensioners, are concerned about taxes, property taxes going up. I believe you can cut taxes, find efficiency, and lower costs for residents. I want to make the city affordable for people.
Mason, if you believe the polls, they're showing Olivia Chow is the prohibitive favorite.
If Olivia Chow gets elected, I'm going to undo my mother's hard work of immigrating here from Brazil, and I'm taking the family back.
Seriously?
Do you want to live in a city run by Olivia Chow? I don't. Seriously speaking, it's a massive step in the wrong direction. We should be looking for free market solutions. We shouldn't be punishing landlords and vilifying them and pitting them against renters. We need to get rid of rent controls. We need to go back to the days where Cadillac Fairview didn't just build malls like here, like the Eden Center. They built purpose-built rental apartments, and they were competing for for you to live there, right? And then we introduced rent controls. We introduced all this, let's vilify the landlords and take profit out of housing, and look what we have.
Why do they vote for you, sir?
I think I'd have to go back and tell you, like back in 2017, I was at LibertyCon interviewing Peter Schiff, talking about inflation back in 2017, years ago. I'm going to let you know, I have some foresight that these people don't have. Inflation hit these people like they weren't seeing it coming. I understand the economy. I understand how economies work. You're going to get safer streets. Gabriel Margalez was stabbed at Keele Station trying to get home to his family at night. And the guy that stabbed him was a schizophrenic guy that was on conditional release. So the question of more police isn't the answer. The police can arrest him multiple times. If you arrest a guy 10 times, but you release him 11, how is that a safe street?
No, you're right. And certainly this is a federal government initiative. And we've had 10 provinces and 3 territorial leaders all on side. I've never seen that kind of unanimity before.
Let me give you the elevator pitch. I want to lower your taxes. I want to make your streets safer by, let's fight the province and let's fight the federal government on catch and release programs. I want to reduce the TTC fares. The TTC fares are exorbitant. They're overpriced. The overhead for the TTC is massive. There's no way that Tokyo can deliver a way better transit system for $2.50 and we're paying $3.30. Improve recycling. Most of the city's recycling isn't recycled. It gets shipped overseas to countries like the Philippines, like India, like Indonesia. The federal government and the Minister of the Environment is never going to impose a plastics export ban. The City of Toronto needs to do the morally right thing and figure out their plastics problem, because you can't just dump it on the Philippines and give them zero resources to deal with that waste and then act like we're environmentalists and that we're cutting emissions this, emissions that, COP23, Kyoto Accord, all that nonsense. When you dump all your plastic and all your Starbucks coffee cups, I volunteer coach kids soccer. I go to the field. People are just littering plastic everywhere. The city has a problem. We can do better. Vote Mason Carrie for mayor, and you'll get a giant Gundam outside of City Hall. It'll pay for itself in the tourism dollars. I promise you that.
Okay, so there you go. And again, Mason, what's the name of that character?
It's a giant Japanese mobile suit Gundam.
It's a mobile suit Gundam. Evidently, that's big in Japan, and Mason Carey wants to be big in Toronto, and so do 101 other people. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, I know you love Rebel News to bring you the other side of the story. That's why we're here trying to scrum those who are running for Mayor of Toronto. It's a very important election, but we need your help. Can you please go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation. My thanks in advance.